Assetto Corsa is finally here, and here's the plan for 2025. This is the early access roadmap for the year. I will link it down in the description in case you wanna save it for later. The first version that got released on 16th January and available right now has 5 circuits, 20 cars to begin with, and most of them are hatchbacks and sports sedans. No GT3 cars out here yet, and you will find out later in the video. We have single player in 3 different modes: practice, quick races, and special events. Game economy step 1, it's basically the store where you rank cars or purchase them, the XP points, rank, and rewards. We have also driver profile and driving licenses, and driving academy. We have VR step 1 and triple screen support step 1. I don't kinda see the difference between step 1 and 2. I don't understand it yet, but we'll get there eventually. And finally, we have car customization step 1. A short period after that, looks like we are gonna have a tiny content drop with 2 new cars, which we still don't know what are they gonna be. New special events and the Fuji Speedway. The Fuji Speedway, in case you don't know, is a racing track set in Japan. Second step into the early access, we have 5 new cars, Circuit of the Americans, and it's a racing track in the US, repeatedly new single player events, replay tools, and gallery. This is a nice one actually, and VR support step 2 and triple screen support step 2. Now the middle state here is a bit mysterious, but it's obvious that we will get multiplayer support, free roaming, which is the treasure here, and blank for 5th and 6th. And finally, we have arrived to the full version upon release, version 1.0. It will include 100 vehicles, 15 circuits, free roaming, and full multiplayer support with single player modes, dynamic weather, game economy, avatar customization, all this kind of stuff, car dealerships and showroom, car customization, and car tuning. Of course, VR and triple screen support will be a full support in the full version. Now until fall 2025, let's talk about some nice features that were added in the current early access. The first thing that has to be mentioned is a great attention to detail. You can put your car in the showroom, play around with different settings, time, weather, door animation, tire position, mess around with car lights and blinkers. It's amazing and it looks actually great. And yeah, you can actually use the blinkers in game during races and free roaming. There isn't much in terms of single player modes right now, but you can change difficulty settings and weather, and there are tons of control options to bind on your controller or your keyboard. It's actually a lot. You can see Black Panther overwhelmed by these.
Mirror adjustment!
But actually, I like this stuff because it's gonna be at its best in free roaming and open worlds. And of course, when you get the multiplayer. You can think of it as the same direction that Test Drive Unlimited wanted players to experience, but in a more realistic way. Even the screen on the i30N actually works and gives you real data while racing. Now a quick question here, will this game beat Gran Turismo 7? I think this has a pretty much good chance, but not directly. Assetto Corsa EVO will have a wider audience base if they succeeded with their open world and modding model. It's basically gonna continue the journey of the original Assetto Corsa with online mods, no hazy, and so on. But if they don't, I don't see anything special to make this game better than Gran Turismo as a racing simulator. I think the most important thing with the game is the free roam and open world modes, like a casual racing game but with more realistic physics. Something like the direction BeamNG is doing right now. The game is doing a great job creating a space for casual players to enjoy the game. Now, is the early access worth buying right now? There are different answers here. If you are a console player, you already have no option to buy the early access, it's only on PC, so have a peaceful mind until the full release. But if you are already on PC, it's worth buying. But not because you will enjoy the early access or there is some value in it, it's because if you purchase it right now, you're already gonna own the full version of the game and it's gonna be cheaper for you. If saving a few bucks doesn't matter to you, I recommend skipping the early access and waiting for the full version in fall 2025, especially if you are not that much into sim racing. I'm only concerned about the game being ready to release on time, because we are fed up with unfinished games, crappy servers, and many more technical problems that would threaten the playability of the game. I really hope that developers get the game fully polished before release, and at the end of the video, have a great digital racing day, but there is some more for you. If you want to check out how Assetto Corsa became so popular again after years, click on this video right here.